As I try to regain my footing in who I am and what I'm trying to even do with my life, much less everything else, like how do I brush my teeth twice a day? As I try to get back on track after a really severe PTSD episode, I'm thinking it would be a really great idea to have some sort of regimen for how to get back on my feet, how to recover from a severe episode. I have dissociative episodes basically on a daily basis, but PTSD is a much more severe, extreme, debilitating, life-threatening experience for me personally. And so I think part of it could be like a 5-day self-care challenge and like a 10-day like gratitude challenge, where I do something every day for 5 days to physically care for myself above and beyond what I would normally do. You know, maybe take do a facial mask, take a bath. I'm kind of drawing a blank, but stuff like that. A 10-day challenge, or maybe even more, you know, maybe 7, 10, 15, something like that, where I'm creating like a full-fledged like social media posting about something I'm grateful for, and not just like, oh, I'm thankful for the trees, but like in depth, like I'm thankful for the different colors of the leaves and the way they change with the seasons, and remind me that change is okay and that everything can't always be in bloom and always be colorful and pretty all year round, and you know, something like that. And you know, I can reflect on the friends that have stuck by my side, because the darkness of my mind tends to spend a lot of time focusing on the people who have left, because there's a lot of them. So just taking that time to focus on what I do have, and you know, look for old pictures to share, and you know, create a full caption. Like, that's more than just writing one word or one sentence on a slip of paper, which is what I do with my blessings jar activity, which I talk about in my blog, in case you're curious. And so I think this kind of activity for 10 solid days after experiencing a severe episode would really help just kind of reground me in the things I do have. And, you know, the 5 days of self-care will just help me get back in touch with my body, back in touch with taking care of my body, back in touch with, you know, just a lot of those good things, both physical sensations and like daily routines and habits. Different types of episode can have a different recovery regimen, you know, whether it's suicidal depression or PTSD, or just severe depression or catatonia or derealization, or, you know, severe dissociation, or night terrors, or, you know, whatever it might be. I think to describe each type of episode, like in depth, of the symptoms I experience, the severity of the way I'm disabled, that type of thing, and then a recovery regimen for how I can get well after experiencing such crummy stuff. Along with that, I could even include tips for how friends could help during that time, because, you know, to be encouraged and pushed to like get up and do stuff when I'm dissociated is sometimes a very helpful thing, whereas it is always a harmful thing when I'm experiencing PTSD symptoms. And so learning to differentiate that is really important for the person who has the condition, and then to be able to explain to the people who care about that person with the condition. And I think this will be really helpful for my own healing journey, and I think you know, you guys can let me know your own feedback, of course. I would really love to hear from you, but I think this could potentially be something helpful for others as well. You know, whether people use my regimen or just use the concept to come up with their own, I think this could really help people like me learn to get back on their feet after suffering from, you know, kind of the worst of the, you know, this medical condition that we live with.